I literally just got this finally in the post. I've been waiting like a month for this to arrive. Obviously I live in New Zealand. Shipping times will be ridiculous. These are the colours. But I was mostly, honestly, excited about these shimmers, so I don't care. I just want to get started, so that's exactly what we're going to do right now. So let's just jump straight into it. Are you ready? Kind of hit me in the eye, but you know, whatever, it's fine. So I'm going to go in with You Mermaid My Day. I'm going to go up here. Okay, Instant Colour Payoff is definitely there. Klarity Kosmetics is a black owned brand, and obviously like I'm trying to support like more indie brands, and I definitely know that black owned brands do fantastic work when it comes to eyeshadows, at least in my experience. And obviously Klarity Kosmetics is Logical Harmony approved, so I was like, cool. Oh, okay. Do you see that though? It's almost like where I placed it, it's removed. Now I'm going to use some See You Later. As someone that appreciates puns, this is definitely speaking to me. Look at that patch. What the hell are you doing? I want to have Beach Please on this part going into Call Me On My Shell Phone. How this applies with a brush. I don't know if people quite realise the fact that this is kind of like creating art to people like me. And when you see this beautiful, and I mean, beautiful colour shift, like wow, it's pink to green, and initially I was like, oh, I don't really think I'll like that, and now I'm like, oh, I never want to take this off, cover me in this colour. I just went into Call Me On My Shell Phone and it just dropped some, so it's quite flaky. Sorry, we're in the Maldives right now. Wow, oh my god. I just picked up my brush and I need to get my husband to super glue that back together. Because you think I'm going to risk my nails dealing with super glue? I don't think so. I washed up like this, or don't be shellfish. Maybe don't be shellfish. Very flaky. I was gasping, one for the colour, but two because I had some flakes falling off then. So I just added a little bit of other makeup just to complete this look and make it even more mermaidy than it already was. Obviously first impressions, so far I'm really enjoying. Obviously the shimmers are like speaking for themselves right now. I am a little bit concerned about that, but let's just see how it goes. Obviously day one right now, we're at the end of August, so this will probably come out sometime in October, so let's get on with it, shall we? Okay, I did my second look with this palette. I can definitely tell that these shadows are kind of gonna flake around the place, at least like the shimmery ones. Let's go through the colours that I used. I used See You Later. I did use some of Fantastic, which you may still see a little bit of, but I tried to like erase it because it didn't really match the look. I washed up like this on my lid, just in there, and I used Call Me On My Shell Phone as well, that bit there, and I used You Mermaid My Day, and I blended that with some other shadows from September Rose Cosmetics because I wanted to make this one a little bit more dramatic than yesterday's look. When I was actually trying to apply this, like you can probably see there's quite a bit of shimmer fallout from these shimmers. I almost feel like I need to apply these with my finger or something. I used a flat brush today to try it out, and I didn't really notice like it made much of a difference in terms of like the level of fallout of it, because it definitely still did tumble down my face, and I was like, I didn't have enough baking. So I'm just going to sparkle for the rest of today. Okay, so today I've used just this palette again, warmer colours, so I've just used these four. So I used the yellow just up here, and then I used the peach just over here, and then Don't Be Shellfish on this part of the lid, followed by Oh Snap on this part of the lid. Now the thing is, I made sure to actually have a wet base to try and make them pop a little bit more, but I couldn't make them pop very much, and I'm quite pale. Like it still looks very pretty, but it's like the mattes are just very hard to work with. This is Oh Ship. So in terms of the difference between them, can you see the difference between the two? This one here, which is the more orangey toned, and then this is the more yellow toned. So the difference between them, it's still, oh wow. You see why I wanted this palette? Because of that shine and shimmer, right? It's like you can still pick up a lot of green in this, and I was hoping for more gold flecks, like when I'm looking at this, I see mostly green as opposed to gold, and I sort of wish that there was more of a gold look to it. So you can see when you look at my lids right now. I really wanted to see if there's a difference between See You Later and Baby Breath. When I used this for the Mary Kate and Ashley one, I actually really liked how pigmented that is. It's quite hard to get quite a pigmented like pink. Like, I'm not really even having to do much and that is sticking. And what I've got on my eyes is I literally put on some concealer, which I do all the time, and then a tiny bit of baking powder, and boom, there we go. Now I just want to try out See You Later. Always, okay, yeah, See You Later is definitely more peachy. There we go, so you can really see the difference. Got more of a purple base with Baby Breath and a more peachy base with See You Later. Obviously going in with I Washed Up like this. Just gonna use it dry, see how that works. So I do get quite a bit of fallout with this, and I want to see how it works dry in comparison to wet. Just spray my brush. I always do just like to see the difference when you apply wet to when you apply dry, and you can really see the difference with the foil. So I really like this purple. I think the pigmentation's lovely. It blends beautifully, same as this pink one does. Using these shimmers differently though, that's quite interesting to just see that shift. The thing that I was just noticing as I was putting on my mascara is it's kind of showing up my creases more on this side than it does on this side, which like you'd kind of expect, but it's like my eyes are looking old, creasing more on this eye, which obviously isn't really ideal for me, but I just wanted to show you the difference between when you apply it dry to when you apply it wet. I used this palette again today, so I've used See You Later in the crease. I used a little bit of Long Time No See just up here, and I used some of Don't Be Shellfish in my inner corner, and of course, as you can tell on the lid, I went in with I Washed Up like this, and I did use a bit of a wet base. So in terms of like how shiny it is, it's very shiny, but it also looks very textured. Like, it's hard to explain, it just looks so super textured and like just not great. My eyes, even though I'm 31, my eyes aren't crepey yet, but this makes them look crepey because it's thick, but then when I apply it dry, it doesn't really get the same impact. This makeup's been on for over 7 hours now because I've spent all day in meetings. My ears are probably very red. I went in with You Mermaid my day, so that's up in the crease as the blending colour. I've used a deep blue to just define the crease because like this is definitely a companion palette. Then I've got Beach Please just over here, Call Me On My Shell Phone just here, and then I've used a little bit of Don't Be Shellfish here. So I wanted to show you how it wears. So like I said, this is over 7 hours in. I'm not dealing with any creasing, I don't believe, no. And I've got oily lids, so that's really good. It's very easy to get fallout with this. That's why I like to be very transparent with you. Like with the glitter will fall. We're trying again. This time I'm focusing on the mattes. In every single one of the matte shadows, there is like this white chalk, like just little specks of white in all of them. We're gonna take Long Time No See, and I'm just gonna see if I can. Oh yeah, just, I wanted to make this work. I've been trying to make this work. It's just still not working. Fantastic yellow. It's got a lot of kickback. Like, you can see the colour on me, but also everything just looks very chalky concealer, and this concealer is normally good at being able to show things up more, but this... But you are seeing where I'm struggling here, huh? Could you even see what I did there? I don't think so. It's time for my final thoughts now that my face is completed. So, what do I think? What do you think? What do you think? One, I think that these pans, like, look at this palette in comparison to the size of my head. I think that these pans could have easily been half the size and like just as good. The mattes are the best. Pastels are already hard to do, and I just think that if they'd have like concentrated on pans that were like half their size and just perfected the formula, I think it could have been a lot better. Again, all these little white patches, it's just, yeah. Let's just talk about these shimmer, 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 shimmer. So you've seen a whole bunch of looks with me using this. Like it's a nice little inner corner highlight. I wish that this was a 6-pan palette, half the size, hear me out, and it had a purple. Would that not also scream mermaid to you? I think so, because it's like, I've done a whole video on mermaids, like right there. I just think that would have been lovely and I would have been so here for it. So I actually really like all of these shimmers individually. The flakes are big, so it's a little bit more challenging to work with. There's quite a bit of work to make a shimmer work. You can of course use this dry, it's just you get quite a bit of fallout with these shimmers, and again the flakies, they are big. Do you want swatches? Like, I don't really believe in swatches, but I can do swatches for you if you want, just so you can see. Ooh, I didn't apply those very well, but like they're beautifully shimmery, and I just sort of wish it was more focused on these. There's flakes falling off this right now. So it's just some things to bear in mind. Would I buy this again? Like, I pretty much did buy this for the shimmers, but I was hoping that the mattes would work well. Maybe if it was on sale I'd buy it. That's probably what I'd say. Like, I'm gonna keep on using it, of course, it's just I don't think it's the best palette. Half the size, smaller pans, just the shimmers, add a purple, I would be pretty happy, honestly. This is a very dry formula, so if you don't like a dry formula, this won't really work well for you. They are blendable, for me anyway, but they are very dry formulas. It's just something to bear in mind if like you don't like that sort of feel. Yeah, there's some pros and cons to the So Mermaizing palette. Like, if you are happy to be patient and work with the flakiness of these, I think that you'll be happy with that. It's an investment piece. All makeup is an investment piece, and I will of course still be using it. There you go, that's my honest thoughts. Have you tried these products? Will you be buying them? I don't know. Hopefully this has been helpful. You know, I'll always be as honest as possible with you, whether I buy something or it's gifted to me. You can always see how it works on my skin, and yeah, just, yeah. Okay lovers, I'll see you on Tuesday. Bye!